Go. We're going live. Hi, folks. And we're here finally. We just got blabbing and got carried away. I didn't realize what time it was. I brought company today. Company. We got Sherlock Ohms and we have Advocate for Liberty joining us today.
Hello,
So,
everybody.
yes, so thought we'd expand. I'll just say hi.
And
all.
Deb. Oh, Deb, I got a new one for you to try.
So how is everybody tonight on a Sunday? Sherlock?
I'm good. Yeah,
Mhm.
had a good day.
And how was your week?
I had a good week as well.
No
Yeah.
torture treatments?
No, no torturing myself.
Oh, okay.
Aw,
Advocate, how was your week?
interesting.
Interesting? No, that's never good. Interesting.
Having some issues with a tire on the tractor. So other than that, and the fact my knee when I hurt it last week is not getting better. Other than that, yeah.
Well, you should stop jumping on the furniture.
I was going across the furniture. I swore I was going to win that race to the door. I just didn't make it. The couch
Way to
gave
go,
out.
Lady
Couch went
Liberty.
like this. Couch shifted, and I went flat, right on the floor.
And I
Missed with my ankle that far, literally that far from the sawzall blade. It's like, oh,
Ooh,
I guess I was lucky there.
yeah.
Well, I hurt my knee a while ago and I don't want to do that ever again because damn, and I had to work through that. It was painful.
As long as this isn't a third knee surgery on the way, which it might be, we'll see.
Yeah. So my week was good. I survived. I only got one owie on my finger. It's healing up other than some skin, but I'm good. No bruises. I still have all my limbs. It's all good. So you guys can decide who wants to go through chat and say hi to everybody.
I'll do it if you don't want to.
I don't mind going through chat.
I
No,
don't
that
go
he
ahead.
he likes.
Go ahead. I had to do it last night.
Yeah, he likes to do that.
So in chat tonight we have Deb22, Arnie S, Kevin Reed, James Rivera, Live Lounge Liquids, Frank IV3 SHF,
Everyone.
Lady Liberty,
Hi, everybody.
David Marshall, Cherokee Vapor, or Cherokee.
Cherokee.
And chat has just jumped and I've lost where I was.
Hate when that happens.
I think that's actually everybody so far. If
Well,
I've
we got
missed any,
live.
Live Lounge Liquids. Did you get
Yeah.
that? Okay.
yeah, I'm sure I read out Live Lounge.
Yeah.
If I've missed
Sherlock.
anybody, apologies. Yes.
Yeah, you forgot Sherlock's in there.
Well, that's me.
Oh, I know.
I don't talk to myself in the third person.
I do.
Aw.
There's me, myself, and I. So
Yeah.
there's three of us sitting here. So I just to start off, I happened to watch the Fog vlog this morning, and they were doing a banana. And if anybody knows, I'm terrified of banana after my TFA rape nanner incident. So I decided to put together. I'm going to try again. One more time with a banana recipe. So I haven't actually used it. I've used it in others' recipe, BTA banana custard. And so I thought, okay, banana custard. How bad can the banana be in a custard? In a cream, like my favorite cream my favorite banana that I can deal with is the Wonder Flavors puree. What do you call it? The soft banana by Molenberry.
Yeah.
Is it soft banana?
Yeah.
And Lorenz banana cream and TFA's banana cream. That's about the extent of my banana. So I'm gonna try well, this is what I concocted so far. Vape Train Nana Custard at 3%. And I'm gonna throw in, because did you find the banana very forward, Liam?
No, it's not forward. It is blended really well in the custard though.
Yeah,
It is prominent. You can taste it.
yeah. Well, I thought what I'd do is just to make sure, I threw in some Salubarone banana flambe, and it also has like that brown sugary, that caramelly kind of thing. So I thought that would be good. And of course, my favorite flavor in the whole wide world, I threw in the clotted cream fudge just to thicken it up. So I almost needed a fork and a knife to eat it. And just I went off Liam's notes because like I said, I haven't used the Nana custard myself. Um, it was more creamy than pudding creamy, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, it's not quite a full on custard like I'd
Right.
expect a custard. It's more of a creamy note with
Yeah.
a custard like hint.
So Sherlock suggested I throw in another custard. So I'm throwing in the FA premium at 1.5. So I got my VG heating up, so I'm gonna mix that in a bit. So what have you guys been working on? Sherlock, what's your newest experiment?
Well, I haven't done any mixing this week. Been a little bit lazy with the mixing wise, but the week before I actually mixed up 20 new recipes.
Oh my
So
God.
so I've got quite a few sat there steeping. I've got a one that's called Arabian Nights. I was going to release it this weekend, but probably be in the week now. Which is a dessert tobacco.
Oh, yeah.
With it's tobacco and red date with
Oh, the red date.
with a vanilla stone that I've been working on.
I don't have the red date. It's in my wish list where I order from. And I don't know why, but I keep bypassing. I guess I should have coughed up and bought it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I've got a lemon and rhubarb yogurt.
Ooh.
Got a banana bread, not banana nut bread, banana bread.
Ooh.
Smelled really nice and tasted quite nice off a shake, but time will tell as to whether it actually gets that bread note to it.
Oh, cool. I did a banana nut bread years ago, like years ago. But then, like I said, I ran into the TFA nanner, and that ended my banana trip. And what have you been working on, Advocate?
I've been working on that buttercream blueberry cake replacement for glass.
Oh,
that
yeah.
someone needed. And
Is it glass or glass?
see, I don't know. It's
Because
GLA with a weird thing over it as said, not
Well,
really. I've heard it
the
both ways.
last time if we're talking the same mix or the same company, whatever, I thought it was spelled GLAZ.
GLAS.
It's an
It's
S.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think it's glass and it's got the
Yeah.
long A. So I think it's glass.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're gonna have problems getting it as one of their favorites. So they asked me to see if I could come up with something. And the one thing I got is that chemical note you sometimes get from the cakes out of that.
Yeah.
So that's something I did a little different. I did the blueberry. It's very bright and clean. So I like my version a lot better, but it is close.
Yeah, the originals.
Deb, just a minute. Deb 22 is asking Advocate, is it posted?
Not yet. It will be by the end of the show.
Okay, go ahead, Liam. I'm sorry.
I was just thinking, when you mentioned that chemical note earlier, I've been racking my brains to think what cake flavors have a slight chemical note, and the only one I can hit on is cake batter. That cake batter has a very slight.
It
has
might
very
not be
slight
directly.
notes.
It might not be from the cake. It could be the blueberry too, because depending
Yeah.
on what blueberry they use, it could be coming from there. But there's definitely a chemical note in there that, for me, I'm a little sensitive to some of those notes, so I can taste it. And it's like, it's okay, but it's. I mean, at one time, I would have loved that. Since DIYing, no.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
not.
I think with the DIYing, it's you get so used to actually having the slightly lower flavor and everything else, and maybe a little bit less sweetener that your taste buds get used to it. And of course, we've all been off the smoking for a while. Once you go into DIY, generally you've been off smoking for a while, so your taste buds have actually come back.
Yep.
So the liquids that you used to like when you first started, you go back to them and they don't taste quite like how
Oh,
you remember.
they're actually, to me, and if I was to go and buy my most favorite mix in the whole wide world, which is by Premium Labs here in Canada, and it's called the Blind Pig line. How coincidental. And there was one mix. I off the top of my head, I'm having brain farts back to back. I can't remember what it was called, but I'll bet you even now it probably would not taste anywhere near what I liked when I
Yeah.
bought it. So yeah, it's funny how you go from commercial to DIY, and your shit is so much better than the
This
commercial.
one was a challenge for me because I had to come up with that super sweet commercial juice that'll work in a sub ohm. I haven't done that in a while. I've been sticking with, your regular RDA juices. And then it's like, I got to come up with something that tastes right in that. So I broke out the Profile Unity and to test it with, and it's like, okay, we got this. Third rendition, it's there. So
I mean, you can, and I've always said this, you can sweeten, and Sherlock knows this, you can sweeten a mix without sweetener. Certain flavors are sweeter than others. And you can actually, and I'm not talking Flavor West that put sweetener in their flavors. Okay, I know some people find that,
yeah,
but
so James, you can turn down the sweetener and this easy, just drop this super sweet.
yeah, so there are tricks to, and I learned that years ago, and I actually gave up sweetener because I used to put sweet, just like everybody else. You got to put sweetener in everything. I don't use sweetener unless I'm making somebody else's recipe and they're calling for it.
Yep.
So that's the only time now I really use the sweetener. So
And another thing is, I think I had the advantage because some of the blueberry flavorings in this are newer than they would have been when Glass first came out with
oh
it.
God, yeah. A
So
lot
they,
of them popular ones are old flavorings.
I got the
so-
VSO in there, the VSO, a little bit of huckleberry to give it a little bit extra. And then it's also got the Wonder Flavors blueberry jam, which also isn't that old of flavor. So it's like, these are flavors that weren't available when
Yeah.
they first came out with that. So it's like an upgraded version.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna have to check that out because like I have,
I
I'm
used the
pretty
blueberry
sure.
jam in a cheesecake that turned out really good too.
Oh, did it? Don't say cheesecake, you'll be wanting me to make one. Um, I probably have the blueberry jam. I don't tend to go blueberry, like Liam knows. I don't go blueberry because like even the real fruit, I find it very like bleh, like there's not a lot of flavor. And maybe just me, some people are strawberry blind. I'm maybe blueberry blind.
Hey, VSO blueberry raw, you're fixed.
Well, I
You
don't
can't-
have, I've got the V2. Is that the raw?
No,
No.
the V2 is what the raw, I think the raw is from the V2 version, but the raw is literally the blueberry without any PG added. That's what he did
Oh,
with the raws.
okay.
There's
I
no
don't
PG,
have
so it's
any of the
really,
raws
it's
then.
10, literally, he explained it's 10 times stronger than his original flavorings.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have any of the raws yet. He's
But
supposed to be sending me
the
some.
strawberry, like a lot of people have been saying, you get a different note. So if you mix the two strawberries together, because it gives you
That's-
almost more of a jammy note. So be aware that sometimes you can play it a little different.
Oh, that's what I do. As a matter of fact, I'll take, and I'm not strawberry blind. I get strawberry fatigue. Like,
Yep.
it doesn't take long for it to disappear. So what I do now, if I'm working with a strawberry, I'll take, let's say strawberry ripe and strawberry sweet, and I put them together. And then I add a little pinch of raspberry to
With
that.
everything.
And that to me makes the strawberry pop out more. Like I have
He's gonna
a,
make a mint julep and somehow gonna get raspberry worked into it. We don't know how, but it's gonna happen.
yeah, oh, guaranteed. Leave that to Mando. He'll figure something
Speaking of, when did Liam start competing with Mando for recipes put out?
Liam's always putting out recipes.
Yeah, I've always,
Always.
I've always been really really
Oh,
consistent
so
with
Mando started
recipes.
competing with you. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, it's just sometimes I do get a little bit of a lull where I'm not mixing quite as much. But most of the time, I've actually got at least 20 recipes sat in my cupboard steeping.
And he's not joking.
And Deb's right. Yeah, adding the huckleberry, the VSL huckleberry to the blueberry hits some. It does it for me as too. It's not the same unless I like the VSO blueberry V1 with the huckleberry mix. For me, that's my holy grail of blueberry.
Well, I like bilberry, the FA bilberry with blueberry.
Yeah.
It
The-
works good too.
The vape train bilberry also works pretty much the same way as the FA, but it's got a slightly stronger floral note, so you can't quite push it as much as the FA one.
Yeah, yeah. I don't use it very high. I don't know. I think I use it maybe if I decide to go blueberry, which I don't tend to play with. I get all these other guys to play with the blueberry.
James said something about the blueberry with lemon in it, and that's actually what got me started on this blueberry train because I always liked the blueberry juice head, blueberry lemon juice head.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
that was my go-to before commercial juices. And then I got Swaggy's flavors and mixed up a blueberry lemon, and I was like, wow, this is what it's supposed to taste like. What is this crap that I still have laying around? I don't want to ever touch again.
Yeah,
Oh, I've done that too, where I've made something and then something new's come along and then, okay, I'm not even, but in the garbage you go. Bye.
Keep it around just to remind you, this is what you don't want to do.
Yeah.
it used to be pre-COVID. What I used to like doing was going into the B&Ms. If I was browsing for hardware or anything, but they always had their liquids set out for you to try.
Mhm.
So I'd have a look at the liquids and then just try them all to just get an idea for a profile to mix up when I go home.
Yeah.
This week, my VSO order will be in. If everything's in there correctly, we'll have our first version of the Spanish rice vape.
Oh, no, no.
I know
Yeah.
that's kind of going out there. You want to talk about challenge? There we go.
Oh, I've had a few, Liam knows, my white velvet. I think that sucker just, and I tried making it without even trying it first. So, but the light bulb went off when I tasted it the first time. And Liam didn't believe me that there was chocolate. That was the first thing I tasted. And everybody knows I love chocolate. It's like, there's freaking chocolate in here. It wasn't too long after that, was it, Liam, that I got it? I nailed it.
Yeah, I think you managed to get up to about 20 versions of with that one.
Yeah. Don't give up. Don't, if it's something you like, if there's some things I'm not dying for, like I want it, but I give up. Cherry was one of them. I nailed that guy. And I have to stay away from Di Serono stuff because it sends my sugars through the roof. So I decided.
I'm working on that too this week.
Are
We
you?
are going to have our vodka additive so that we can make these Seronas so we can have them and keep our sugars low. We're going to have that within the next couple of weeks. I'll have that now.
Oh yeah. Did you get the amaretto yet?
It's coming. It's supposed to be in the VSO order, so we'll see.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I really, to me, the Wonder Flavors amaretto is so spot on to Di Serono. It's like, it's crazy. I love that flavor. As a matter of fact, I'm out.
The one I'm currently chasing, there's a commercial liquid that I don't think it's actually been out for that long, maybe about a year and a half. It's one of the Homeboy range. It's rhubarb, raspberry, and orange blossom.
Mm.
And it is a really, really nice flavor. Not too sweet or anything. Really nicely blended and balanced.
Well, I
And
think.
Homeboy
Oh,
made a
sorry,
not too
go ahead.
sweet flavor.
yeah, it doesn't
I've
taste
heard
too sweet.
rumors that this could happen, but I never knew it did exist.
Yeah, it doesn't taste too sweet for me, but I've been chasing it, and it's a really, really hard profile to get because there's only one orange blossom, which is Solabarome.
That's awesome. I'm glad.
Wh-
So
Homeboy
then unless they had a custom flavor made,
I
you know
think
that one's in.
I think they're either blending in other flavors to actually make an orange blossom, or they've got their own custom flavor made because it's not the Solabarome orange blossom.
Oh, it's not that one. Okay.
No.
Well, that sucks. So, I wonder if you can, I know this may sound off the wall, is look up a recipe of how to make an orange blossom and see if maybe you can just.
Maybe it'll be right on ELR. It might be an orange blossom recipe someone put
No,
out.
you
Yeah.
don't. Liam doesn't really copy other people's shit.
No, but it might give you an idea of where to
Yeah,
go.
I think what they might be doing is actually blending 2 oranges and another floral
Oh,
Yeah,
to
that
get
would
the actual
probably be it.
blossom taste. That's what I think they might be doing, but I
Yeah.
can't put my finger on what floral they're using.
Oh, well, I guess yeah, I don't know. You're more up on the. I try to stay away from freaking flowers.
I thought so too, but I will say Swaggy's blackberry lavender lemonade he made.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was gonna like it. I honestly, but really kind of like, oh man, this is gonna be the one that breaks the bank for me for Swaggy. And it's like, no, that was delicious. It's like, I can't believe I like vaping lavender. That just sounded weird.
Well,
It's-
I have one mix here that I actually do like, and it's Simon's fault. Got me vaping one of his mixes, and it's got elderflower in it. I
That
thought,
was my thought though, Kevin, too, is hibiscus could be the one, but I don't, and is it, it would have to be one that isn't really forward with that sour note for that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not hibiscus or elderflower they're actually using, but I'm going to have to pick up the one shot again because they've actually got it available as a one shot too.
is it
Oh.
is there okay? Because you know more about this shit. Is there a citrus floral, like a citrus floral? Does that make sense? I don't know.
Yeah, and I see what you're saying. I don't know.
Yeah, not that I've come across, but there might very well be in some of the less known brands, possibly.
And Marcy says jasmine and orange are quite often paired together, but that would be easy to notice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think it's FA Jasmine.
Is
'Cause
that who else has jasmine?
I'm not too sure, to be honest. I'm gonna have to have a look around and see what other florals are out there and collect them all,
Yeah.
like
yeah.
like Pokemon.
FA Aurora. Yeah, that's got the Aurora, or actually, no, that's no. Okay, never mind. I was going somewhere, but it's not really it hasn't got a floral note to it, so that one wouldn't work. I was thinking there's another FA but it's not really got floral to it.
I'm gonna grab the one shot again just to refresh my memory of how.
And
it
before you mix
tasted
it too,
and-
make sure you sniff it and try and,
yeah,
figure out, because it might, it's more potent. You might be able to catch those notes a little stronger.
Yeah, it might give itself away. Yeah, you never know. So you got anything else you're planning other than your Spanish rice?
Well, yeah, like I said, I'm going to be working on some of the flavorings for our low carb options for our alcohol.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I got to get back.
Because that amaretto thing, I'm having the same problem. I want to get a bottle, but I know I'm not going to be able to contain myself. And I'm going to have my sugars way too high.
That's my problem is I when I go into the city, I go drive by the liquor store and oh, white velvet. But luckily for me, here in Canada anyway, and this is a big liquor store. They said they only get it uh like as a special, so they don't have it all the time, so that's good. And I gave up the Di Serono, just the amaretto, because the last time I
Oh, they're
did it,
so full of carbs. It's one of those scary high carb drinks.
well, it was a scary high. Liam knows I was sick.
Yeah.
I had a couple drinks on a Friday night. I was sick right until Sunday night, and it wasn't like I drank too much. I think it just that total surge of sugar and everything. It
Here's
just,
Zippy's carb line. Here's her carb line into Serrano.
yeah. So I don't think it was so much the carbs, because I can do carbs. I don't want to. I try to avoid them, but the sugar of if you go, months and months and months with no sugar, and then all of a sudden overload your system with it, like the top of my head was coming off, so. Kevin Reed, could it be TFA honeysuckle or Inawera passion flower?
Yeah,
Hmm.
passion flower could very well be a good possibility, because I know passion fruit itself has those orange notes in the background, so it blends
Well,
really well
there
with
you go.
orange.
Maybe that's the one to try though. But you'll get to know if you get it again. I don't mind hibiscus, but I prefer the hibiscus candy. I don't really want to go full on floral. It's against the rules. Ah, so what's everybody been working on in chat? We're just doing a blab thing. I didn't have anything planned. I just showed up here. Hibiscus is tart, tasty. Yeah, I don't.
Used all her brain power last night to win Quiplash, and that was just it.
Yeah, it took a lot to that one question. I had to think about that one question for like 5 minutes, and the timer ran out. What did I start to say?
Oh, it's the one with the 3 answers. Yeah, and you only came up with 1 or 2. Is that the
I
one?
came up with one. I started to type the second one. The timer ran out. I thought, okay, I'm screwed. Yeah. Well, I can drink vodka, Cherokee. I can drink vodka because there's no carbs and no sugar, and I have no issues with it, other than drinking too much, of course. But I'm not sick for days. So I can be sick the next morning, but not for the whole weekend. So it was either I'm really nailing it down to sugar overload. Like, you go from being regulated, which I pretty well am. I can take my sugar any time of day, and it's always around 6, 7. I should have taken my sugar after when I was sick. I should have done that, because it probably would have scared the crap out of me.
Yeah, because alcohol sugar actually absorbs faster than regular sugar too.
Oh yeah, because it goes right into the bloodstream. So
Instantly.
yeah. So I having a black belt in sarcasm helps. Yeah. Yeah, Kevin has a black belt in sarcasm. Yeah,
Saturday
so
nights, 9 p.m. Eastern. Come on over. It's fun.
I'm not doing that no more. I gave that up. I haven't even actually had a vodka in a while. That's kind of shocking.
Yeah, you didn't turn down the whole challenge the other day. Everybody was having a couple, and you're like, nope, not gonna get started.
No, because I feel so much better, because I'm kind of like one of these people that it's either all or nothing. There's no in between. There's no gray area. There's no just sitting there sipping your drink, and no, it's like
So you pull a Larry where he
yes,
goes on
I pull a
vacation.
Larry.
Yeah, he's having one heck of a vacation.
I know he is. Oh, he's gonna regret when he finally sobers up.
I doubt it. It's Larry.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the only time I really actually, and it's a sad thing to say, is like when things get really rough, like at work or whatever, then I tend to have a drink or two to make it all go away. But that doesn't work either, because then you got to wake up and it's back again. Yes, I'm saying I'm a drunk. I'm what they call a weekend warrior sometimes. That's what we call it here, weekend warriors. Yeah. So anybody have any new flavors? Bye, Frank. Thanks for coming.
Frank.
Hi, Frank.
Yeah.
I don't have any new.
Well, Deb was talking about Swaggy's teas, his floral teas, and I have to agree. Like we only have the one. We got the ambrosia tea, but that's actually a very interesting combination of like floral flavors in that too.
Mm.
So it's like, my problem with that is you can't break it down and change it the way you want it exactly. You have to. That's the only problem with the one shots. It's not the
Yeah.
same.
Yeah.
Well, one shots are funny though. Depending upon the one shot, you can like, okay, take some of these here. And I'm just saying some of them. Some of them you can't really like mess with too much, but you can take a one shot and add it in
I don't. It's over.
as a percentage in another recipe.
Did that with this. Remember the papaya mango lemonade that Swaggy made?
Yeah.
I actually used that to make the smoothie. I made a smoothie out of that because the lemonade's really kind of an afternote. It's just kind of got that lemon bump at the end. It's really papaya mango forward. And that peanut butter one, the one that didn't have any peanut butter in it because I didn't have any yet. So
And that I still pat you on the back for that. Liam, we had a challenge on Mixers Helping Mixers that you had to come up with you had to use peanut butter in your recipe. So it didn't matter if it was the main note, back note, whatever, you just had to use peanut butter. He was waiting on an order for peanut butter and he made a mix without any peanut butter in it. And that was like cool. Like you took the FA Glory, which is my new favorite peanut now. And what did you combine it with? And you got
what was it? The praline, the flavor of pralines.
yeah, and he got a peanut butter. I thought now that's
Nice.
cool. So Liam, have you ever taken even one of your own? I know you don't do it with anybody, but have you ever taken one of your own, like created one shots and added them into another mix?
No, because I'm a little bit strange, I think, a little bit funny compared to a lot of other mixers. I don't tend to use stones or bases.
Yeah.
I mix everything from scratch and it all gets tailor-made for what I want.
Right.
You might see repeating flavors every now and again, but not actually any stones or anything. So I've never really taken one of my one shots and used it in something else.
Yeah, I know a lot of people do that, and you're not weird. It just that's the way we all work differently to create an end result. So I mean, everybody has their own methods.
Mine was literally because when I tried this, I said, this will work for something else. I got to prove it to myself. And that's why I did that one. It's like,
Well,
that
everything
doesn't
will work
taste
for
just
something
like a
else.
lemonade. That's got potential for something else.
No, Frank, actually it was Advocate. We had a peanut butter challenge on Mixers Helping Mixers, and FA Glory, if people don't know, used really low. Now I'm just going by my own taste buds and it shocked the crap out of me because I always thought Glory was, and I don't play with a lot of tobaccos. I'm starting to now, I'm getting into my version is like, what do you call it? Oh God, I'm losing words now. I'm losing words. What is it? What is it I usually use? Oh, damn. This is getting bad. I'm getting old, man.
I don't know exactly where she's going with this, so I can't help.
Just a minute. Now I gotta go look. 'Cause I know what it
I'm
is.
just as lost now as Zippy.
I'm thinking here, she started and then she stopped and then she started. I'm not
I
really
know,
sure.
I'm telling
So-
you, I'm losing my
Soho,
mind.
Zip? Soho?
What?
Soho?
No, not Soho. No, it's the typical crap. Oh my
Yeah, the
God.
FA Glory
This-
definitely has a nutty note at low percentages.
This is
Yeah.
getting really bad, folks. I mean,
It was. The only reason I have the FA Glory is because of Zippy. So
yeah, I know. Well, anyway, my like holy, like holy grail and things like that, whatever it is I'm thinking of. I can't remember. Anyway, those would be my version of tobacco. Then I started playing with the red burley, and I decided I was making a mix for somebody else, and I thought I tried the Soho because I read notes on it, and somebody said they get peanuts, a peanut taste from it. So I tried it. It blew my mind. Like it really was just like, yeah, I am. I am old Creed. I've been in that club for quite a while. Let's put it that way.
She's a season 21. Yes.
Yeah, I'm just 21. That's the old club. I tried the FA Glory, and like I said, it just blew my mind. So now, honestly, all the other peanut flavors, like I used to use the salted beer nuts and all that kind of stuff. I don't even touch them now. Glory is the one I go to, but you have to use it fairly low. Like I used it, I think I about 0.5, I believe, and it's perfect. It's you want to add peanuts to something, get the Glory. That's all I can
Yeah.
say. It's good shit.
Yeah, Glory is an excellent peanut.
Yes, Kevin. Creed's custard goes with everything.
Not
Yeah,
wrong.
no, no, yeah. Creed's been around for a while. That custard's famous. But anyway, so back to the blueberry. The only blueberry so far that I've actually enjoyed 100%, that I can taste blueberry, I can vape it all day long, is one of Liam's mixes. It's actually on the site. It's New York Blues. That one is really good. That one is just fantastic. So
Blueberry cheesecake.
yeah, blueberry
Yum.
cheesecake. And it is just like spot on. Like spot on. And like I said, I can vape it all day long and it doesn't disappear. So I'll have to try your cake.
Yeah, this is actually, it turned out better quicker than I expected. I was thinking, watch this. It's going to turn out like I'm going to have to change the blueberries 6,000 times. Like, no, that part was good. But it needed a little more frosting to taste authentic. Then I got that part and it's like, okay, that worked. But now the cake has to be bumped because I don't have any cake flavors. Then I bumped that up. It's like, okay, now we're here. We're here. I like that.
Well, it's the best part of DIY to me is not hey, look what I made or anything like that. The best part to me is when I finally nail exactly the taste that I wanted. That and I don't care if you've been mixing for 1 year or 20 years. We don't always land on those recipes. It's I can make 10 mixes and maybe 5 might turn out close and they still need to be tweaked.
And
But
sometimes it's waiting for the right flavor to come out. And you might be missing that just right flavor. It's like, for the longest time, Larry's been using that blood orange because it wasn't a good triple sec. And then Spaghetti came out with that triple sec. It's like, okay, he has to redo all his old recipes now to try them out.
But I have to say, this guy sitting over here can create something right off the bat and it tastes good. There should be a law against that shit.
It's just knowing flavors. If
Yeah.
you know your flavors, you know roughly where to put them in a mix, and it's like seven times out of 10, you'll actually get it to the point where it tastes really good. It might not quite match up to what you're looking for, so it still needs 1 or 2 tweaks, but it just stops you having to do 15 or 20 different ones.
Well, that's the thing is that, and like, I've gotten myself overwhelmed a bit. So I tend to, my safe spot is my old flavors. I've gotten overwhelmed with all the new stuff that I had to get for the one shots and stuff. So I'll bet you probably half of the flavors I haven't actually been able to sit and test them. I sort of rely on Liam's notes because he's like, other than the fact that the new ones we both have that he hasn't done yet, but I kind of rely on on notes and I read a lot and I make my own call on where I want to start with it, but I do read certain people's notes and go from there. Or I just ask him.
Yeah,
And they-
that's it. Asking or watching like you
Yeah.
or the other mixers that you trust and
Yeah.
respect, and you get in there and you start. That's the only reason I feel like I would have been completely lost when I started. If it weren't for keeping that notepad right handy all the time, right now, like you said something, and when you told me about the glory, I was like, yep, okay, it's in there. Next order.
Yeah, and I always write, I don't know about anybody else, but I always write my recipes down and I put them in the computer. I'm kind of OCD that way because if it's not right in front of me when I want to look at something, then I have to go in the computer, line up the friggin', the calculator, and by then it's like, okay, I'm gone. So
And
anything
what
I'm
happens if the
working
site
on,
actually goes down for some reason and resets?
well,
Gone.
I like to write it down because it's in, like, when I go to test it, I go back to the recipe, I look, I can see right there what I did and like very easily and um tweak and decide what's wrong but don't ever give up on a recipe if it's something you really
Yeah,
want.
what I do, because I got absolutely terrible handwriting, and
Yeah.
sometimes I even struggle to read my own handwriting. So what?
Same. That's my problem. Actually, to be honest with you, it's a really important notes. She does it for me because if I write it down, I won't be able to reread it.
I get my wife to write all the birthday cards and everything else because
Yeah.
Good. I'm not
But-
alone. I feel better now.
But,
Finally.
so what I do instead of writing my notes down, because there's no guarantee I'll be able to read them when I go back to them, is I've normally got my recipes on at least 2 calculators anyway.
Yep.
But I also take a screenshot.
No, I have enough screenshots. I'm not taking any more screenshots. I think half my phone is full of screenshots. Hi, Graham. What was I gonna say here? Oh my God, I really need.
There's my
to
other
make-
helper that helped me get some of the flavorings right there last time. Yes.
Oh,
Graham is an enabler.
Liam hasn't gotten a hold of you yet. Just wait. Just wait.
Time will tell. I'm sure it'll happen.
Oh no, we all do it. Everybody got us, so we have to repay the favor. Come on, it's just the way it works. But yeah, if anybody ever is anybody need any help with anything, or anybody got a question, we'll be happy to answer it as we're all here. When I started mixing, I basically was kind of on my own. I went through a crap load of commercial mixes. And I mean, I don't know if anybody else has discovered this, but I would try them in the vape stores. Great. Oh, I love
Oh,
this.
yeah.
Get it home, put it in my setup, and it tasted like shit. So put that one aside.
Yep. Yeah. It's weird how that works because you try it in the vape store. You're like, oh, I really like, and you actually try it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, this is good. You get home and like 2 or 3 toots in, you're like, no.
Yeah.
like-
There
Yeah,
totally something wrong.
Yeah, they've normally got their setups running at something like 30-35 watts. Because
Yeah, it very well could be your setup
Yeah,
could
no-
be part of it too. You try in the vape
Yeah.
store, you're trying it on their typically on their setups. Yeah.
Yeah, it's normally the cheapest stock coils,
Yeah.
because obviously they have to constantly replace them, so they normally go for the cheapest ones. And because they're running them so low as well, they're quite high ohm coils. So as soon as you then hit it at your 100 watts at 0.15, you're getting completely different notes to what you tasted in the shop.
Yeah, well, I got so disgusted, and I wasn't that long into vaping. Where, I mean, now when I was buying commercial mixes, they were like basically $1 a mil. So they were like $30 a bottle. Okay. And that sure adds up real quick. So I don't even know how I discovered, well, I was on Facebook and then I just started doing some research and I ended up going to Vaping Underground. That was my hangout to get information. And I just basically, I didn't have people helping me. So it's a good thing for the newer mixers like yourself and stuff, that where people can help you,
Yeah.
you know? And if you ask questions back in the day, you got slammed. Like, what are you, stupid? Or, you know, that kind of
Yeah,
stuff. So,
I started out on Reddit because when I first got my vape set up and everything else, or my vape machine as pugs would call it,
the vape machine?
I decided
A vape
I
machine?
started having a look around to see if there was any communities around, and found one on Reddit.
Right.
So I get my liquids through some of the companies that are advertised on there,
Right.
as well as hardware occasionally. And then reading through that, then I stumbled across a post where somebody mentioned making their own, and a light bulb went off. You can make your own? Surely that's got to be cheaper.
Yeah.
I'll have a look at that. So it all started off as a money saving thing. So again, went into the Reddit rabbit hole and actually found the DIY e-juice.
So has
And
anyone actually played with the FA Cookie Premium yet? Toasty Cheesy asked.
I don't have it. I don't
I
have
don't have
any
it.
of the new ones. No,
I have it, but I haven't played with it yet. I've been playing with the vanilla cookie. The vanilla cookie is really, really good.
So
But I haven't played with the
keep an
premium
eye
yet.
on Liam because he might be trying that sometime. So-
Yeah.
Oh, guaranteed he will. He gets in test mode and away he goes. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been in test mode for a while now. I
No,
think
you haven't. No.
no, I think some of it is because I got over 200 flavors sat there ready for testing.
Yeah.
And
It's
it's
just
overwhelming.
it's just a
Yes.
bit overwhelming. I don't know where to start or
And how
So-
do you think I feel? Like this is way beyond now. There's no testing now. All I can it would take me years to go through all
But
these. flavors.
Liam, you probably know what those 200 flavors are. I bet you Zippy doesn't know half of the ones she hasn't tried.
No. Oh, I know. I know. Like if you told me to go find a flavor, I could go find it. I know where it is. I just don't have the time.
Wait a minute. It was only a couple weeks ago. You had to go find a flavor that you hadn't used in a while, and it took you forever. You never did find it, I don't think.
Wait a minute, but that's Wonder Flavors. Wonder Flavors is messed up for some reason, even though they're in a certain order, I cannot find them. I can stand there and look right at them and they don't pop out at me. I think Frank needs to make the name actually a different color than the purple. For some reason, it just looks like a sea of purple.
so what you're saying is Frank needs to rebrand just for Zippy.
Yes, yes.
Just
it
for
does.
Zippy,
Just for me,
yes.
just for me.
Make a
yes. So I
special
can see
squirrel
the-
branding.
Yeah, squirrel brand, just so I can see the damn labels, because I don't know what it
Use
is.
some kind of
like-
gem or something. Make a new shiny version. There you go.
No, shiny would just, I'd be standing there like a deer in a headlight. Oh, pretty.
Pretty. Make all the gems different colors for different flavors. Zippy will
Um,
stop in the middle of her show, start looking, oh,
Oh, that's so pretty.
and then put the wrong one in because it's prettier.
Of course, that's the way it works.
I'm putting these together according to prettiness.
Yeah, that, and you're just ugly. You're not going in there.
But that was the main note. Okay, whatever.
Too bad. Unless it's pretty, it's not going in the mix. But does pretty
Turns
make
out
it
there's
taste
7
good,
versions
though?
of Lambus bread and they're all pretty colors.
No, we're not doing that one. No. I didn't even, I have it. I think I used it once on a recommendation of somebody else. That's all. I used it once. The bottle has just a couple drops and that was it. I've never used it since. Something was funky about that recipe. And I
At
think that's what
2%.
it
So
was.
did Frank actually try it? He used the cookie premium then?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'd say he says a bit further up. I did great flavor art, a lot darker than the vanilla cookie.
Good to
It
know.
sounds like it's got quite a deep brown sugar note or something like that to it.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, the cookie premium?
Yeah.
Uh, I don't have any of them. I don't tend to jump on the hype trains about all new flavors. Like these guys got a bunch of the FA flavors. But I tend to not to because I got enough on my plate now.
Yeah, I've been lucky that I've started getting flavors sent to me
Yeah.
for testing, which is really why I should be testing them.
Well, for you being that you do such a great job at testing flavors, it's understandable. I could actually care less if I get free flavors. Free flavors come with obligations.
Yeah.
But oh well. Anyway.
I could see where that would be a problem if it turned out it was a flavor you don't like. It's like, we just won't talk about that one.
Oh, I'm
What
quite
flavor? I
happy.
didn't get that one.
I'm quite happy to tell people that I didn't like it. Wasn't for
Yeah,
me.
well, that's the thing about your testing, and that's why, and to be honest, like, okay, just so you know, Advocate, Liam and I's tastes are pretty well spot on. So if he makes recipe, I don't have to judge whether it's going to taste good or whether because I don't like to guess at what I'm tasting. I really hate that. And I know a lot of people say lighter is better or less is more. Not always.
Nope.
Very seldom does that work for me. So when Liam creates a recipe, I pretty well know, unless I don't like the flavor, but that's
Banana.
no, he doesn't make a whole lot of banana, but Liam's a custard guy, which I am myself, custards, cheesecakes, that kind of shit. So when Liam talks about a flavor, that's why I pay attention to his notes and stuff, is I know that will work at that percentage for me. So I also suggest to new mixers to find people's recipes, or, if you're new, if you find somebody that hits your palate spot on, keep following them, because they will and if the mix was good, not too strong and all that stuff, those are the people that you want to follow, because they're going to create more stuff that are right in your alley, other than
Flavor is subjective, and typically if you're in the same realm, you might very well be on the same palate taste.
Right. That's and that's important, because like I do follow people, like a lot of people, but I only have certain ones that when I go to like read up on a flavor, I go to them, because I know, and like I said, I have very few. I've got Liam. I think I have like 2 other mixers.
You just said something. It reminded me of something.
That I read their notes, but and it's important.
It's always worth reading. If there's 6 or 7 different notes on there, it's worthwhile reading all of them.
Well,
just to give you a general impression as to how it may taste.
Well, okay, so if I wanted to break that down, okay, so I know some of the older mixers, you know their names after a while, you know who they are. And I'll read all of theirs, even though I gravitate to certain people, I will read to see if everybody's on the same, track with that flavor. Then the next thing I do is, okay, so I'll look at the median, what everybody's using, or those certain people's recommendations on accent, main, and whatever. And I just make my own judgment call as to, okay, I usually start at middle of the road. Like if you said you could take it from 1 to 4%, I'd start at 2 and then go from there, because I can either go up a little or down a little. If you start at the bottom and work then you have to go all the way to a certain point. That's I kind of cheat that way. I'm kind of lazy. Yeah. Liam's-
It's not. It's not cheating. It's just using the tools that are at your disposal.
Yeah, well, and I find the description, I'm really hoping that they get your notes on VC soon so that, you know, it's on VC because I hate jumping back and forth for notes. And I know VC's working on it. I know that. But right now I have to go to ELR to get all those notes. So hopefully VC is, I know that, well, Simon mentioned that they're working on that, but they're also working at getting your thread going, right?
Yep.
For
They're
the-
working on a couple things.
Well, no, but I think Simon had talked about getting Liam's notes in a thread, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not sure whether it's in a thread or whether he's going to pull them across and add them to the individual flavors.
Well,
somehow.
Okay, the way I understood it, it was kind of like you were gonna have your own little section for all your notes. Yeah. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? I'm old and I obviously can't think anymore, so.
There were, the point is the VC is working on fixing the things they know they need to work on.
Yeah.
And they've already got some things. It's tough because once they get fully done, I can't wait to see what VC turns out to be.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was there, Liam and I were there fairly early on. And it's come so far, like, and the ease of use, like, okay, I know there's issues, I'll bring this up. And we won't dwell on it, but I know there's issues on ELR about people putting in the wrong flavors and getting chased down. But the nice thing, the one big thing that's really good is that there's no chance you can screw up the name of a flavor. They've got it in there.
With
You
VC, I like VC's set up for that. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you click a toggle. Everybody's got the same flavor. If that's like, we'll say Cap Vanilla Custard V1. And everybody's got it listed exactly the same. There's no, they don't have to chase people.
You don't
down.
have like a drop down menu and you type it in, have 6 different ones and you got to guess which one's the right one. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, my way of doing it was basically, okay, so Cap V1, you went in there and I learned from the crop is that pick the one with the very most users in it. And
But
then,
But that's not to say it hasn't been renamed and then that's no longer valid, which
Well, yes,
I got nailed for that a couple of times where
Well,
the one
that's-
of the most users turns out that that was the old name and now there's a new name. It's wrong.
And you'll also occasionally come across a flavor in that not very many people have used at all.
Yeah.
You might be the very first person to actually put it into ELR, and you'll put it in as that, and then you'll get told, no, that flavor doesn't exist.
Oh, you mean like Swaggy actually being called out on his new flavors, even though it's actually his flavor, but told it was wrong?
Yeah,
That
yeah,
actually happened.
yeah.
I know.
I got called out on a Flavor Art UK specific blend. And
He got called
told
out
that-
or something, got a 1-star rating for literally
Yeah.
putting in his own flavor for the first time in a recipe. It's like,
I mean, I can understand going through and wanting to actually get people to use the correct flavor so they clean up their database. That's fine.
supposedly
But-
though, that person has been taken care of, is what I've
Yeah,
heard this past
Good,
week.
good. Yeah,
Good.
because there's no way you should be giving a 1-star just based on the name being wrong, because it
Not
doesn't
when the
affect
whole
the taste
point
of the
is the
recipe.
flavoring. The stars
Yeah.
are based on what it tastes like, not whether or not you have a grammatical or spelling error because of maybe the system's broken. So
Well, yeah, the next step from that would be to go through people's notes and give them a 1-star because they've misspelled something.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the thing is like, you can't, and this is the way I see it. You can't
Richard
go
Zen
around
once again.
slapping people in the wrist when it's your database that is, excuse my phrase, but fucked up. It's not us. I want to put in flavors. I'm not going to sit here all day fucking around trying to put flavors in. So I just resort to like what I said, the one with the most. If it's wrong, it's not my fault.
there
Then
are
put it
a
properly.
couple of those flavors that they were in there right, and I chose it because like the sweet was either reversed in front or behind, and I went with what was on the label.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wrong. That's the other one, but I'm reading it from the freaking bottle.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it went a little retarded, and I think some people power trip on
But
whatever.
yeah,
Yeah.
at least that's something the VC is actually addressed with.
Oh, it
they
is
said
great.
they
I mean,
debate
you have a
that.
toggle switch. You can't screw it up if you see your flavor. And if you don't see exactly right, you look through and oh, okay, this is the way they have it in here. You
Yeah.
can find it, and you don't have to worry. There's not 6 different versions. There's one.
And the
Perfect.
other nice thing about VC is that if you get a flavor and it's
There you go, Fitty.
not,
Thank you,
if-
Fitty.
and it's
Thank you,
not
Biddy.
in the
See, now that I don't have a
not
problem.
in
Reading correction notes is great.
the flavorings, like if it's not in the list of flavorings, you can request to have it added. They will add it, no problem.
Yeah.
So, I mean, now they've got, how many did he say the other night? 14,000 flavors in there now?
What?
Just over 14,000.
Yeah, so I mean,
Whoa.
so chances are, and they've got some strange ones that I've never even heard of, like lines of flavoring that, okay, where were they all these years? So, yeah, so, but
Yeah, I think that there's a lot of concentrates out there that fly under the radar because they're region specific and they're very difficult to get hold of outside. Like Cupcake World. Cupcake World have got some really good flavors, but they're difficult to get outside of the UK. You have to order from the UK.
yeah, I did that once, except good thing, like those flavors, the clotted cream and the vanilla fudge were on Amazon, but I ordered, I think my first small order of Cupcake World, and I swear to God, it took them like 3 weeks just to ship the stuff. And then, of course, it was another 2 months, so like it seemed to take forever, but I think most of them, Liam, can you get on Amazon now? Most of them?
Yeah, there's a lot of them available on Chefs as Chef's Choice, and
Oh,
there are-
chefs, yeah, well, chefs,
and there are a couple on Amazon, but it's Amazon UK again. So
yeah,
if you order from Amazon UK, a lot of the time they won't actually ship outside of the UK anyway.
yeah. And
Oh.
I think, yeah, they do, Toasty. I've got, but I got mine through the UK and then had them shipped to me. Because those two flavors are just like the bomb. And they actually were good in cheesecake. They thicken that sucker right up, so you almost need a knife. I love that flavor.
Nothing
I
wrong
can
with
have-
that. No.
No, if you don't have clotted cream fudge by Cupcake World or the vanilla fudge by Cupcake World, you need those. Just saying. That's it. Anyway, guys, if anybody doesn't have any more questions and stuff, I will stop blabbing and we will say goodbye.
Oh yeah, I got one more question for Liam.
Okay.
So when are you gonna come up with a master list of exactly what we need? Because it sounds like you got the skills for it. You just make this master list for flavorings for everybody, so you know what to get.
Oh, that would be
There's already some good resources out there that have actually got those sort of lists down.
Yeah, you have to look
And-
for every single profile, though. It's sad.
Yeah, that's the problem is.
well,
And the other thing is the way I look at it, which is why I don't actually rate flavorings, because I've been asked before when I do the notes to actually rate a flavoring, say out of 5.
yeah.
I won't do that because it's literally just my taste. What I think is a 1, somebody else might think is a 5.
And depending on the recipe, you know, it might not, the one you like better in most recipes might not work
Yeah.
in that recipe. It
Yeah.
might have a specific note to something else that maybe you don't like there, but it'll work great in this thing. I mean,
Yeah,
I've seen that a
hard-
lot.
It's hard to, like Liam says, you can't, every DIYer has their own taste buds. So, and some people, like, there's a flavor, okay, for example, what is it? Which one? Oh, Vape Trains, is it the Devon Cream that has that chocolate note, Liam?
Yeah, the Victory and Devon
Okay.
Cream, yeah.
I don't get it at all. He tastes it, I don't get it. I
It's-
do not taste chocolate in
It's a
that.
really low subtle note.
The wonder
know.
flavors, cotton candy jelly bean. Everybody's talking about using it as a bumper for a sweetener and this, that, and the other, a little bit of a binder for things. I tried it at 0.25%. Guess what? I could taste the cotton candy through it. It's like, doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
And that's the thing about DIY that people don't think of, is that you can say, oh, this is the greatest flavor in the, like me in the cupcake world. Some people may not like it. I love the shit, but that doesn't mean like, well, I know you like it, but it doesn't mean anybody else is gonna like it. So rating flavors is kind of like almost weird
Got
because
Sugarloaf pineapple, you might not like it, but there's something wrong with you.
yeah, it is a good flavor, but then again, there's
It
people that
might be
don't like
something in it
pineapple.
that someone doesn't like. It's very possible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, there's a cat
but
again.
yeah, but some people don't like pineapple, some people don't like coconut, and I don't either, Cherokee, but I've heard it a lot. So I'm one of probably the few that taste chocolate or doesn't taste chocolate in that, but hey, but yeah, you can't judge really some things because
See, yeah, I'm not, Deb said same thing about the cotton candy. He tasted cotton candy through and it's like, okay, well, that's an interesting note because I heard everybody using it. And it's like, oh, this is becoming a popular thing to try and use this as a binder or a sweetener. And I tried it and it's like, no, I taste it. But the
No,
sugar
I-
with pineapple, I do challenge someone who doesn't really care for pineapple and but they're like breaded stuff to try it because it isn't quite the same. At least give it a try.
go ahead, Liam.
I don't think I haven't tried using the cotton candy as a sweetener, the cotton candy jelly bean, but I use it for mouthfeel. It works really, really well for candy mouthfeel because of that cotton candy taste.
Yeah, you need it in candies. I don't mind, but if you're trying to use it in a I can't remember what it was. I think it was like a drink recipe or something like that. And I tried using it as a little bit of a bumper sweetener. That a little candy wouldn't have been bad, but it really had that cotton candy note to it. It's like no,
Yeah.
Skittles. That's what it was. And Skittles tried using it as a sweetener bumper, so I didn't have to use a ton of sweetener. Didn't work for me.
I used it in my Skittles cream.
Oh yeah,
But I used it to give the mouthfeel for the Skittles.
Yeah.
Instead of the actual just bumping it up for the sweet.
See, I might actually. I have to try something like that. Is that a public recipe?
Yeah, it's Sheila Co's.
Yeah, I was just
I'm
making
just-
sure that you had that in public because I might have to try something like that because it'd be interesting. The cream will cover it for me. That's also a possibility. Maybe what you used might have changed it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna answer. I'm gonna just a second. I'm gonna answer. If you don't like the Cap sweet strawberry, Jungle Flavors has a sweet strawberry, and I
Yeah.
don't think it's close, is it, Liam? They're not the same.
Jungle flavor sweet strawberry, and
And Cap's sweet strawberry.
they're similar. They are similar.
Okay.
What I found when I was trying the jungle flavors is if sweet strawberry, for example, if there's another version of the out there, they seem to have got the better versions of them and just improved them a little bit. So the jungle flavor sweet strawberry seems to be like they took the TFA strawberry ripe and Cap sweet strawberry, mixed them together, and then improved on it a little bit more on top.
You could try that one, Deb, just to see.
It might make a difference. It's so funny how, like I said, it might work in something, might work for something else.
There
Oh.
are a lot of flavors that can only be used specifically. Like, okay, I'll name an example, like the medicine flower wild raspberry. I everybody knows I'm a raspberry fanatic. I love raspberry, but that one, I don't know how to describe it, but it would be it would have to be used. It's not like my other raspberries. Like, I can go to any of them, but that one, it would have to find a little niche to use it.
Yeah,
And- Yeah.
it's where what we use is just a blend of different flavor chemicals. So
Yeah.
one sweet strawberry might have a little bit more ethyl vanillin put in there. So
Yeah.
you get that slightly more vanilla pop, or they're using a chemical in one that you're sensitive to and you don't like the taste of, but it's missing from the other brand. It's not quite the same as, right, I'm going to be going out now doing my shopping. I'm going to make a strawberry and cream today, and I have to use Kmart strawberries. No, you can buy a punnet of strawberries from anywhere, and they will pretty much taste the same and work in the food recipe.
Right.
But the way we use them, because they're all artificial flavors, they're all
Which is why
very slightly
layering is
different.
nice, because you get those different notes and it kind
Yeah.
of creates a whole. Yeah.
Yeah, layering with fruits. I mean, you can overcomplicate a recipe, but a lot of times, most fruit don't hit the perfect note. So
Yep.
you have to kind of like, balance it out with another same.
No, it's
Yeah.
like Deb and I were talking earlier about the whole blueberry with the huckleberry. That huckleberry complements the juiciness of a berry so well. And
Yeah.
some people use, what's the other one that they use? Starts with a B. The boysenberry.
Boysenberry, yeah.
Yeah, but it complements it so well that it's just like, without it, it just tastes like there's part of that blueberry missing to me. I can't
Well-
do it. And the blueberry V2 kind of has it, but it doesn't quite do it the same as the combo for me.
I don't think, now, I may be wrong in my own thinking, but I don't think there's one fruit that you can just use solo and it's totally rounded.
No, you can use it as a single note, that part of a recipe, but as far as like,
Yeah.
you need, if it's a prominent flavor, you need those layers.
I've come across a couple of fruits that you could
Ooh.
vape. Well, I could vape quite happily standalone because they seem to be really rounded, have a really nice mouthfeel to them. Whereas a lot of fruits are slightly thin, so they need something to bump the mouthfeel up a little bit.
So do you know off the top of your head, just to help others, what
I
fruits that you find
Um,
that are just about perfect?
That's what I was
a-
curious.
Yeah.
A lot of the time it's the custard apple ones, so the sour sops, like Flavora Cherimoya. That's actually
Okay.
got a really quite a thick mouthfeel to it.
Mm.
So
I'll have to-
it,
I'll have to
tastes
try it.
quite well rounded.
That actually just sounds good off the name.
And there was a fruit as well from the latest Wonder Flavors release. I can't remember what one it was.
Cedros? No,
No, it wasn't that one.
just a
I don't
minute.
think it was a kumquat.
The latest one, is a fruit.
Yeah, it was a fruit.
There's Cedro, there's, Nisperos.
Yeah, it was the Nisperos.
Okay.
That had a really nice mouthfeel to it. It had a lovely depth of flavor as well, and I could have quite happily vape that on its own at 4%.
Now I'll have to try it. I think
Yeah,
when I
yeah. Now you
tested
got me
it,
curious here, because
well,
that's-
I think I tested it and I don't know if it was the Cedros or the Nisperos that I found a bit strange. So I'm not sure. I'll have to try it again.
Said I don't think it's Cedros, but something like that. It's a lemon.
Maybe that's probably the one that I didn't care for.
It's a lemon with another citrus, and I
Yeah.
know lemons don't normally sit well with your palate.
Not
So
with.
it
me
could very
anyway.
well have been that one.
Mm.
nope. We've heard the stories most of us have about Zippy's palette with lemon. So, no.
So what other one do you think is well-rounded, Liam?
Can't think of any more off the top of my head. I know there's
Okay,
been
well-
a couple of them, but it's normally the ones that are described as custard apples or
Oh,
custard
the custard apples.
mangosteen, soursop, cherimoya. Most of those have a really nice, thick and slightly creamy mouthfeel, as you can
Yeah.
guess from custard apple.
You're gonna have to
They've got
remind me.
slight custard-like notes to them, which
Mm.
actually rounds that flavor up.
Yeah, and then I can. This is great because I don't have my notepad right handy, so I'll just hit up Zippy when we find out.
Yeah, I'm writing it down. Yeah, because
It's not common. It's truly not
Well-
common to find a fruit or any fruit that's 100% like could be a standalone that you'll be happy with.
Yeah,
like
I have no idea how authentic to the actual fruit they are, but they are a tasty
tasty.
vape.
Yeah. Well, it's nice to know that kind of thing because I am dabbling more in fruits. I tend to just stay away from them. Just because I figured they weren't, I didn't want to vape fruit, but that's really changing a lot for me. So that'll be good.
Zippy's starting to see the shinies on the other side of that road.
No, I'm not looking at the shinies. Right now, everything distracts me, so we'll stay away from the shinies. Oh, look. Oh, no.
Squirrel.
Shiny squirrel.
Yeah.
Shiny squirrel. Uh-oh, now you're really in trouble. Never be able
Yeah.
to resist that.
All right, guys. Well, I think we've done enough blabbing for one day. I think we'll wrap this up and we'll start with Advocate. Where can we find you?
An Advocate for Liberty on YouTube on Thursday nights at 6 p.m. Eastern, and Saturday nights is game night at 9 p.m. Eastern. So
Cool.
that, and you can find me on most social medias as an Advocate for Liberty. And we had the Break the Stigma with Unity Discord for anyone that's going through anything or wants to help out people that are going through any type of crisis situations or just a little depressed.
I am. I can't
Well,
remember.
hop on
the friggin'
in.
thing. I can't
Hop on
remember
in.
the friggin' thing.
Perfect. Yes, we also will open up a special room for the Zippy Zone so we can deal with people that are having problems with memory. Yeah, we'll try to like play games or something in there for memory. We'll do memory games. I don't know.
All right, cool. That'll help. And Mr. Sherlock Ohms, where can we find you?
You can find my page on Facebook as Sherlock Holmes Mixing. You can catch me on Instagram as Sherlock Holmes Mixing. And I'm in most of the DIY groups as well. And just look at one of my recipes and you will find me. You can also catch my one shots
I love your
Uh,
thing. Got the squirrel moving. That's just my favorite.
at DIYFlavorchaser.com as well as Chef's Flavors and Sherlock Holmes and Twisted Imagination.
Cool.
And you can
Well-
catch me on the VC show on a Saturday evening at 11 p.m. BST, which I believe is 7 p.m. Eastern Standard.
Cool. And I'm going to sweet talk Liam into maybe showing up more regularly on Zippy Zone.
Oh, because
I'm
he'll
gonna
help.
see if I'm going to see if I can twist his baby finger.
I can't promise every week.
Nope,
But
that's fine.
I will be popping in from time to time.
Good.
And I've just remembered you can also catch me on the UK e-liquid mixing show on Benny Vape's channel on a
Yes.
Wednesday,
Yes.
6 p.m. 9 p.m. BST. I don't know what time that is. Eastern
It's
Standard.
2:00 Central Standard Time. I don't know what it is Eastern Standard Time though. It's 2:00.
that would
Oh,
be,
well, no, it'd be 4:00. 4
4
o'clock.
o'clock. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. And he's usually the one in the middle with the water cooler. Yeah.
And his white background like
Yep.
that.
I
I
know,
almost
I-
want that I want that squirrel for background just because
Oh,
it's,
that
squirrel.
I like that
you
squirrel.
don't need the everything else, just the squirrel.
Yeah. I like the
I-
dancing squirrel.
I frequently swap my backgrounds around.
Yes,
Yes, you
he
do.
does. This is actually he started this one last night. So
And you can tell the cat's right there. You just keep seeing the tail every once in a while come across the screen.
Yeah, Spikey's what do you call it? A camera hound.
Adorable. That's what.
Yes, Spikey's cute. So anyway, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Where else can you find me? You can find me all over Facebook. I'm squirrels infest everywhere. And you can find me Saturday night on the VC show. And you can find me here now. And you can find me at 5:00 Central Standard Time on the Mixers Helping Mixers show. There is no show tonight because Mando's on vacation. We decided to give him a break. So we cut him loose. So no show tonight for Mixers Helping Mixers, But we'll all be back next week, next Sunday. Yes, thank you very much, Live Lounge Lizards. Oh my
Make sure you
God.
tag Zippy
Nicholas.
with a squirrel picture this week, everybody.
Oh God, yeah. Anyway, folks, so have a great Sunday and get your mix on, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks,
Bye.
everybody. Bye.
And stream finished.